don't cut back on the air conditioner.
Right.
I think that's where you're not going to want to cut back on for the July 4th because, yeah, the heat is on. Like most of the time, we're not going to be able to rule out showers completely, but I think we'll be mostly dry for the 4th of July. I do want to start with that discussion. We got a lot to talk about Beryl, but let's talk about the 4th of July forecast to begin with, because I know a lot of us are thinking about that. Beryl's not here yet. It's not coming directly to us, but we do need to keep an eye on things. But as you look at that fireworks forecast, it'll be the normal warm and steamy in the upper 80s, partly cloudy skies. And again, isolated chance that there might be a shower, but just not something that we're really going to count on, and there won't be, it'll be brief even if there is a few showers across the area on July 4th itself, more likely in the afternoon than actually the evening. Here's Beryl continuing to move on. This storm is now a Category 4. The slow weakening process has begun. Unfortunately, it's going to be a lot slower than the folks in Jamaica need it to be, because I think we will have a major hurricane still, Category 3, when this system does make it there, starting tomorrow in the morning, and then particularly in the afternoon is when we might see another landfall here from Beryl. So 1 o'clock tomorrow is kind of the prime time when that might be taking place. But this is, you know, how it is with a hurricane. It's an all-day event here with those winds, the storm surge, and the rain all going to be happening. Then we're going to continue to move across towards the Yucatan Peninsula, getting here on Friday, continuing to weaken. Right now, notice 70-mile-an-hour winds here in the Gulf of Mexico. So that pops up as a tropical storm. But remember, 74 miles an hour is a hurricane. So this is basically a hurricane still in the Gulf of Mexico. And let's not get too focused on this exact center point anywhere here in the cone or our possibilities. There's still there's a lot of less confidence than usual there at the end of that forecast. Here's one of our computer models, the GFS. Here's that system continuing to move on through as it gets to Jamaica tomorrow in the afternoon. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. Same thing as it comes in, gets very close to Cozumel as it moves across that Yucatan Peninsula. Not exactly sure what's going to happen, but this particular model is matching fairly close to what the Hurricane Center is saying on that official forecast path, moving just to the south of that border there between Texas and Mexico. We have a lot more time to discuss Beryl, even more than what we're doing tonight on our tropical forecast. These discussions are always put on Fox Local. It's on YouTube. They're also on our website. In addition, on Fox Local, that free download for your smart TV, you're going to have the hurricane gear test that you can look for products and get some more ideas on preparations. Mondays with Mike, a lot of these videos on demand that can help you be thinking about how to prepare for hurricane season. As I show you this rainfall expectations for the next week, I really want to stress when we get to the end and look at Beryl that is going to change over the next couple of days. Notice the rain starts to kick in for us here in Southeast Texas at the beginning of the weekend, but at the end of the weekend, there's a lot of rain piling up here in South Texas. And as I mentioned, this track is going to change a little bit over the next couple of days. This swath of rain is going to move around a little bit over the next couple of days. That's why we want you to kind of remember and not completely get disconnected over the holiday. We want to be remembering that this is going to be something that in some way or another we will need to deal with once we get into the end of the weekend and next week. Right now, it's just an increase in rain chances, and it's probably going to be some manageable rain for us here in Southeast Texas, but we'll wait and see how that unfolds. In the meantime, be ready. We're still dealing with the heat. The National Weather Service did, in fact, reissue that heat advisory for Harris County and our northern counties tomorrow, noon to 7 p.m.
Can I also say, I really enjoyed that graphic, the 4th of July graphic.
Oh, right,
My
yeah.
first time seeing that one. I love it.
Well, I had to dust it off. I hadn't used it in a year, so we had to get it back out and get it ready to go.
Let's do it, baby.
All right.